Hello, Williamson County. I'm Kerri Hudson, and welcome to It's About You, an informational program about the classes, activities, and special events offered by the Williamson County Parks and Recreation Department. Well, as we usher in a new year, we know the cold weather will stick around for several more weeks. Well, let's face it, several more months to come. But Williamson County Parks and Recreation is already thinking about the spring and summer, and plans and preparations for some of our most popular programs and amenities have already begun. Joining me today is Kristin Pitts with our Aquatics division. She's here to talk about preparations for our upcoming summer season as well as some of our ongoing aquatics programs. Kristin, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Happy New Year. So much to look forward to this time of year with our aquatics programs. Probably one of the hallmark programs that we offer through the Parks and Recreation Department that is a staple in this community are our lifeguard training courses. Over the years, I think we're one of the few organizations in the community that offer these public lifeguard training courses for individuals to become certified as lifeguards. It's really a unique kind of program. You don't see many of them in our community, and we're getting ready to usher in a whole new season of lifeguard training courses and new opportunities for people looking for great employment opportunities.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Lots to talk about with these lifeguard training courses. We've been offering them for so long. They're kind of routine to us. We know the course content forwards and backwards. We know the setup of these classes. But every year there's a new group of individuals who enter into the employment pool for these types of jobs who don't know maybe what's required to be a lifeguard or how you go about getting the certifications to do that. So let's spend a little bit of time talking about these lifeguard training courses and what we have coming up over the next couple of months to prepare individuals if they're thinking lifeguarding might be one of their possible career pursuits.
Sure.
Give us a brief description of these training courses.
Well, they will start up in the new year. And in order to sign up, we have certain registration dates, depending on which class you want to sign up for. There's some pre-course things you need to know about in order to make the class is a 300-yard swim. Mm-hmm. It's not timed, but you just can't rest. Also, there is you have to tread water for 2 minutes without using your hands. And the last thing is a 10-pound brick test. And once you complete that, then you can enter the course.
So there's a lot that has to be done beforehand, before completing these courses.
Sure.
A lifeguarding position is a wonderful career opportunity for a multitude of individuals. It's a great opportunity for teens and young adults, as well as even older adults. I know some of our most qualified pool supervisors are older adults with lifeguard certification skills. Mm-hmm. But there's a lot that goes into these classes that people might not understand on the front end. So let's spend a little bit of time kind of going a little bit deeper into the different components of these courses. First off, anyone who registers for a lifeguard certification course, before they can actually complete the course, like you said, they do have to do a pre-course swim test. And this pre-course swim test is basically just the standard set forth by the American Red Cross to justify a strong enough swimmer to handle the responsibilities of water rescue. Is that a good way of saying it?
Yes.
And so the pre-course swim test, like you said, is broken down into 3 individual components, the first of which is a 300-yard continuous swim. And when individuals do this, it's like you said, they're not timed, but they just can't take a break. They have to be able to continuously be moving in the water and swim without resting for 300 yards. Right. And that can vary based on the pool that the individual does their pre-course swim test in, if it's set up for a long course or short course. But a swimmer can use any stroke that they prefer to do a pre-course swim test. We're not looking for really stroke proficiency, but just that you can maintain a stroke for the 300 yards. Can they switch their stroke?
They can either do freestyle or breaststroke. They just can't switch in the middle of their swim.
So you have to commit
Yes,
to one style. And I'm
yes.
sure that you mainly see freestyle
Yes,
for this type
yes.
of swim test. And for this swim test too, goggles are allowed. A swimmer can wear goggles during this test.
Yes, for that portion.
Absolutely. And then after that is the water treading test. And they have to be able to tread water for 2 minutes.
Right.
That also is continuous. There's no breaks in there. But it's a different style of treading water than what a novice swimmer like myself associates with. Because when I tread water, I'm using my arms and my legs. But with
Right.
this particular style of treading water, the swimmers can't use their arms. They actually have to tuck their hands under their underarms during the test and just use their leg strength.
Right.
And that looks a little bit different, doesn't it? Because your head's going to naturally come a little bit closer to the water level.
Right. But I feel like that's the easiest part of the test.
You're like, no, this one's easy.
Yes.
But it's definitely something that an individual, if they're not competent with treading water, would want to practice, realizing you can't use your arms at all, just your legs, and feeling comfortable doing that for 2
Right.
full minutes in the water. And then the last portion of the pre-course swim test that you mentioned is that traditional 10-pound brick test, where an individual has to be able to dive down to the bottom of the pool, retrieve the brick, bring it up from the water, and then swim back to the side of the pool.
Right.
And this is a timed portion of the test. They have to be able to do this in 1 minute and 40 seconds.
Right.
Is that right? Does that count from the minute they dive into the water? So it includes their dive to the bottom of the pool and the retrieval?
They would start in the water
They would start in the water.
and then swim out from the side and then dive down. So it starts as soon as they break from the wall.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And then when they bring the brick up, is there a particular way you look for them to hold the brick or to bring it back to the side of the pool?
As long as they hang on to it with both hands, it doesn't have to stay above water,
Gotcha.
but they can't let go of the brick with either hand, so they can only kick.
They can only kick. So this is kind of like the tread test where you cannot use your hands or arms during this test.
Right.
Both those hands have to stay on the brick while you swim back to the side of
Right.
the pool.
It's initially to simulate that you can make it safe.
Yes. Or that you could support another
Right.
individual
Correct.
in a life-saving situation
Correct.
and get back to the side of the pool unassisted. And with the brick test too, they cannot wear goggles, right?
Right.
So they have to be able to actually visualize underwater without the aid of goggles.
Right.
Because most of the time when you see lifeguards in stands at pools, they're not wearing goggles, are they?
They're not.
These are real life simulations and tests. And these are things that I think individuals who maybe have grown up swimming maybe feel pretty competent with, but recreational swimmers, might want to practice a little bit if they're thinking they want to look into lifeguarding as a career opportunity and want to really prepare for these lifeguard training classes. Because a lot of the swim skill an individual has to have beforehand. The lifeguard certification courses are really just going through more of knowledge-based information to become a lifeguard. The swimming, you really look for an individual to already have those components when they come in.
Right.
Absolutely. All right, and then let's talk about the individuals who can participate in this course, because lifeguarding is a very popular teen job or employment opportunity. So tell us a little bit about the age structure for participants in these lifeguard training classes.
So we start out at 15, as long as they are 15 by the last day of class.
So an individual can be 14 and register for this program. They just have to be 15 on the last day of class when
Right.
they take their exam.
Right.
So they could turn 15 in the middle of the class or something like that. So I'm sure you guys see a lot of younger aged high school students with this kind of program.
Yes, a lot.
A lot, absolutely. And with this type of class, you're going over some very important information. So you do set a limit on the size of the class and the number of individuals that you'll accept into each one. What's your maximum for a lifeguard training class?
Our maximum is 10 participants per instructor.
10 participants per instructor. And then do we typically do one instructor per class?
Yes, unless it's in high demand and we need to add another instructor, we will.
So there is a little bit of flexibility based on the interest in the program.
Sure.
I love that you accommodate individuals like that and really give as many people as possible the opportunity to participate in these courses. Because like we said earlier, you don't just hear about a ton of lifeguard training opportunities out there anymore. Wonderful. Well, let's go over the course dates. You've got 5 separate classes that are going to be coming up this spring. We have 3 opportunities at the Indoor Sports Complex in Brentwood, and we have 2 opportunities at the Longview Recreation Center at Spring Hill. We start with our early bird class. This will just be held at the Indoor Sports Complex in Brentwood. The class dates are February 19th through the 24th. It's a nice little 1-week class. Hopefully something that can fit into a student's itinerary midway through that first semester back into school. The class will meet Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I will spit that out here in a little bit. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, the class meets from 4 to 9 p.m. Saturday is an all-day class, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And then Sunday is a half-day class, 1 to 6 p.m., and the course does wrap up on that Sunday, February 24th. Registration for this first early bird class is going to start on January the 16th. January the 26th.
Yes.
It's a Saturday. Registration starts at 12 noon. And walk us through your registration process, because you do have such a limited number of spots available for these classes. You do have a very rigorous registration.
Right. So, again, registration is in person. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be the individual that has to sign up, but as long as it's maybe a parent or a sibling to come in and just give us their name, age, and phone number, and that's all we require. But it's first come, first serve, starting at noon on each registration day.
Yeah. And again, because this class is going to be held at the Indoor Sports Complex in Brentwood, registration will be held at the Indoor Sports Complex in Brentwood. And the thing I love about this is that you don't necessarily require the individual themselves to come in to register. So like you said, a parent, a guardian, or even another individual that can just provide basic contact information is all you need in order to register for this course and this program. And then, of course, first day of class, we've got the pre-course swim test. And the individual has to pass all 3 components of the pre-course swim test to continue into the remaining portions of the lifeguard registration course. And because the pre-test is required to continue in the class, you don't collect fees until after the pre-course swim test is completed.
Right.
And tell us about the fee structure for this program.
So the fee is $125, which is on the lower end from other classes around the county or the state. And then that will be paid after the pre-course is completed.
Yeah. And it's an all-inclusive $125 fee.
Plus
it covers
materials.
all the materials that you'll need for the course, as well as your certification fees. And tell us about the types of certifications that an individual gets with lifeguard certification.
So what you'll receive is first aid, CPR, AED, and lifeguarding certification that will last for 2 years.
So this is really a great way to get an individual set up for a career opportunity for 2 years. And then after that, they just have to retest to keep their certifications current.
Right.
Wonderful. All right. After that early bird class in February, we'll have a second series coming up in March of 2019. These are our spring break classes. We do them over the Williamson County School spring break holiday. So again, a great opportunity for students to be involved when they're out of school, and we condense the entire program down to 1 week, similar to the early bird class. This class actually will only meet Monday through Thursday. It meets from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. each day, March 18th through the 21st. This is a dual session class that will be offered at the Indoor Sports Complex in Brentwood, as well as the Longview Recreation Center at Spring Hill. For our participants, though, in the Spring Hill area, every day but the first day of class will meet at the Longview pool. The first day, everyone meets at the ISC for that pre-course swim test.
Yes.
Correct. Registration for the spring break session will begin March the 2nd at 12 noon, and you can register at either location, the Indoor Sports Complex or the Longview Recreation Center. All right, well, we still have a lot of other programs and activities that we want to talk about that'll be going on through our aquatics division, but we do need to take a quick break. Y'all stay tuned. When we come back, we'll be talking about all things aquatic with the Williamson County Parks and Recreation Department.
I'm Special Agent Dennis Fetting with Homeland Security Investigations. We investigate crimes on the internet. I want to keep you and your child safe from digital dangers. So I want to talk about Snapchat. When I go and I talk to a group of students who have phones, I would say 80% to 90% of those children who have phones or devices have Snapchat. Snapchat is extremely popular here in Williamson County, and there are some vulnerabilities that parents need to be aware of. Parents need to realize that while Snapchat claims that information can disappear or go away, that's not actually true. There are apps available on the iTunes Store and Google Play that can be used to capture Snapchats that have been set to delete. There are many different ways that that data can be saved. So while children think that Snapchat has some sort of a time limitation, they need to realize there is a permanency to that data. Also, those pictures and that data sits on their device. It can sit on Snapchat servers and it can be recovered forensically and by law enforcement. One of the big vulnerabilities of Snapchat is a new feature which is called Snap Maps. The way that Snap Maps works is, if your child has Snapchat and they are enrolled in Snap Maps, their friends and followers can see everywhere that they go and everything that they do at all times on a map, which is generated by Snapchat. Your child needs to opt out of Snap Maps by going ghost or ghost mode. We have found in several of our investigations that because Snapchat is so popular, adult predators love to go on Snapchat and create fake profiles acting like someone that they're not. And then once they become friends with teens, with juveniles, with children on Snapchat, they can see their activities, see the photos that they post, and via Snap Maps see where they go, what they do, and what their daily routines are. While Snapchat is fun for photo filters and for communicating with friends, Snapchat needs to be set to private. Children need to realize the permanency of data, and children need to get out of or go ghost from Snap Maps. To report suspected online child exploitation in Tennessee, contact Homeland Security Investigations at 615-664-5501.
Welcome back to It's About You. We're talking today about our aquatic programming that we offer through the Williamson County Parks and Recreation Department. For the first half of our show, we've really been focusing on our lifeguard training courses because lifeguard training courses are few and far between in our community, and we really focus our efforts for these classes in the first part of the new year. We want to be sure to really highlight these programs and all that they have to offer. In the first half of the show, we talked about just the general makeup of our lifeguard training courses, what individuals do during these courses, what they learn, the certifications that they receive, the age group that these opportunities are available to, and then we started talking about the individual classes that we offer. There are actually 5 lifeguard training courses that will be offered in the spring of 2019 through the Williamson County Parks and Recreation Department. Prior to the break, we talked about our early bird class taking place in February at the Indoor Sports Complex in Brentwood, plus our spring break classes that will take place March the 18th through the 21st at the Indoor Sports Complex in Brentwood, as well as the Longview Recreation Center at Spring Hill. The last 2 classes of the spring that we will offer, and actually for the year pretty much, are what we call our last chance classes. Those will be held in tandem at the Indoor Sports Complex and the Longview Recreation Center as well. They take place April 29th through May the 5th. This is also a 1-week class program. We have classes that will meet Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 4 to 9 p.m., Saturday 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Sunday 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. And these are the last chances for individuals who are looking for lifeguard certification to have the opportunity to participate in a certification course. Registration for our last chance classes will be held Saturday, April the 13th, beginning at 12 noon. Again, you do register in person at the location that you want to take the program at. So you can register at the Indoor Sports Complex or the Longview Recreation Center. Again, registration is limited to 10 individuals per course. So registering early is very, very important.
Yes.
And additional information about all of this information for our lifeguard training courses, from the course dates, registration dates, meeting times, course content, information about the pre-course swim test. It's all available through our website at wcparksandrec.com. There's also contact information available on the website as well for Kristin and her counterpart at the Longview Recreation Center, Caitlin Schultz, that offers this course as well. So if you have any specific questions, you can contact them as well to get more information about these programs before they gear up and start later in February this year. And then, Kristin, something very exciting to talk about today, in line with lifeguard certification programs, is a new course that Williamson County Parks and Recreation will be offering this spring, and it is a junior lifeguard program. This is a program that we're gearing for individuals ages 11 to 14 to help basically educate them on the lifeguard process, help them with a portion of some of the things that they need coming into a certification course to become better rounded applicants for a future lifeguard certification program. So this is something we're really looking forward to launching this year. Information will be coming out about this program in our spring newsletter, which will be released mid-February. We're looking to start these programs in April. Again, they are not lifeguard certification courses, but if you have a tween or preteen, 11 to 14, that shows an interest in aquatic programs, that you think will enjoy being a lifeguard when they're an older teen, or even as a college student. We have a lot of lifeguards that are college students that, you know, these are great summer jobs for them to have when they come home from school. This might be an excellent opportunity to kind of get those younger teens and tweens in the know of what's to come and better prepare them for the next step of getting lifeguard certification. Am I saying this right?
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, that's it.
Because again, we're continuously hiring at all of our locations, and
you know, that's so true. Lifeguards are something that we always need year-round, with the operation of our indoor pools that happen year-round, and then when we double our operation in the spring and summer months when we take on the Franklin Splash Pad, as well as the outdoor pool locations as well, we're always looking for lifeguards, and these are wonderful employment opportunities for a variety of individuals. You know, we talked about that in the first half of the show. I think the mindset a lot of times when you think of a lifeguard is a younger teen, you know, individual, someone in their, you know, a college-age person, something like that. But really, some of our most successful lifeguards and that move on into other levels, like pool supervisors and things like that, are actually older adults who maintain their lifeguard certifications. So these are excellent career opportunities for a variety of individuals who, you know, just have a love for the water and aquatic programs and want to be involved in that kind of atmosphere. And you do usually end up with a good tan.
yeah.
And the side benefit. Wonderful. Well, like we said, information about these programs is available through our website, and information about our junior lifeguard program for 2019 will be coming online in the next couple of weeks. Stay tuned to find out more information about that great program. We'll spend a little bit of time talking about aquatic programs and some of the things that go on at our pool locations year-round. One of the most popular programs is our Aqua Fitness program and the Aqua Fitness classes that we do. We've got a great program established at our indoor pool locations, and we take it outside in the summer months when we can, expand it into the outlying parts of the community where we just have outdoor pools to really increase the availability of opportunities and class offerings to people who look for other ways of exercise. Yeah, I think when people tend to think about working out or getting exercise, they always tend to think about land-based classes. But there's so much variety and availability in water-based programs where they meet a variety of, I don't want to say cardiac, but what's the word I'm looking for? Help me. Cardiovascular exercise for individuals. Yeah. I think a lot of people sometimes think because it's in the water, it's not as an aerobic an activity, but Aqua Fitness definitely has that component to it. And it also still is a great way for older individuals or people recovering from surgery or in a rehab condition to still get great exercise and range of motion activity while they are working to regain their strength and their use of, you know, if it's, you know, knee surgery, hip surgery, ankles, you know, anything like that.
Right.
And we have a variety of aqua fitness programs that take place across the county. During the winter months, our programs are confined to our indoor locations, and we've got a wonderful aqua fitness program going on at the Indoor Sports Complex in Brentwood and the Longview Recreation Center at Spring Hill now. There are moderate and high intensity programs that are offered. You can check out a schedule through our website at wcparksandrec.com. The great thing about these aqua fitness schedules is that they're open to the public and no advanced registration is required. You can drop in at any time to take a class or a program. There's a fee of $8 per person for an adult, or $4 for a youth or senior to participate in one of our aqua fitness classes, or any individual who has a premium pass to a Williamson County Parks and Recreation facility, either a monthly or annual pass, can participate in these programs as well. We've continued to expand our aqua fitness offerings over the years. We now have aqua cycling and just a lot of variety of different types of programs. So if you're new to aqua fitness or want to try it out, check out one of our schedules online and drop in at the Indoor Sports Complex or the Longview Recreation Center and see what they're all about. We also have swim lessons that we offer year-round. We partner with an excellent organization, Excel Aquatics, to offer a variety of swim lessons at our pool locations. Right. And I know Excel Aquatics typically handles all the registration for these programs. Yes. Tell us where people can find out information about these swim lesson classes.
If they go to the Excel Aquatics websites, excelaquatics.org, or they could come to any pool office to get more information from one of us. But the website has the times of the lessons, days, registration, all online.
All costs. Yeah, and we started these programs with our daughter when she was 6 months old. I think we started with a parent and taught a class where we got in the water with her, and it was more about just having a kid feel comfortable in the water.
Right.
I think it was definitely a lot more fun for us than our daughter at that age. But as she grew up, we started her in like swim lesson classes I think they start at 3. We didn't start her till 4. But it was a wonderful way to really start building some sound fundamental skills with her for water safety as well as just activity. You know, a lot of times I think people get their workouts confused with their playtime, and kids don't. Kids just go out and play. And one of the first things that we really got our daughter involved in was swimming, because we knew it would be an activity that she would enjoy doing, that she would have fun with, but there was also a great way for her to get just some exercise for her body as well. So if you're interested in swim lesson opportunities, Excel Aquatics has an amazing calendar of programs. They offer programs for youth through adults in group lessons, semi-privates, and privates. More information is available through www.excelaquatics.org. And then one of the last things that we want to mention today, one of our largest components of aquatic programming is open and lap swim, which we have at all of our parks and recreation pools year-round. Schedules do vary by location. You can get information, again, from our website at wcparksandrec.com. And then tournaments and swim meets. We do partner with a lot of great associations throughout Williamson County, including Excel Aquatics, Williamson County Schools, and other groups that utilize our pools for their tournaments and swim meets. And so that means occasionally we do have to close a pool to the public for a day or two for these larger organizations to have their events and activities.
Right.
But we do try to keep a calendar of those events available to you at all times. We post information in advance through our website, as well as in our facilities about any closures that will happen, to keep you informed and up to date with how you can plan your aquatic programs and activities as well. Well, Kristin, I want to thank you so much for joining us today and sharing some information with us about lifeguard training, the new junior lifeguard program, and other aquatic activities that we offer through the Parks and Recreation Department. I wish you the best of luck with the lifeguard training courses this year, and hope that your pool decks are always staffed.
Thank you.
All right, I want to thank you guys for joining us for today's show as well. If you would like more information on any of our aquatic programs, again, you can visit our website at wcparksandrec.com. For additional information about other department programs and activities, you can find that online as well, including our fitness schedules, facility hours of operation, pass prices, plus online registration and pass purchasing. Also, be sure to follow us on our social media channels through Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, and YouTube. for additional information, photos, and videos of all of our exciting offerings. Thanks for joining us today. We'll see you next time. And until then, remember, Williamson County, it's all about you.